Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lisa. I produce beauty related content here on YouTube. Lots of makeup reviews, tutorials, first impressions, just beauty chit chat. So I hope you'll subscribe and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Today's video is going to be about my favorite blushes. So I'm going to tag this favorite summer blushes just because we're approaching summer, but really honestly, these are the blushes that I kind of wear year round. You will notice that they all have a similar theme here in the fact that they are peachy pink undertones. I absolutely love peachy pink blush. I think that it really wakes up the face. It gives the face a youthful glow, which I don't know about you, but I'm all about. I just feel like it just freshens up the face and makes you look youthful and cheery, and that's what I want to be. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm just going to grab these blushes and we're going to walk through them. The first blush is by MAC and it is a mineralized blush and it is the blush Warm Soul. So this has been around for a while. I want to say this was out whenever I was working for MAC, which is forever ago. But as you can see, it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It is a baked blush, so you can use this wet or dry, meaning you could spritz your brush with Fix Plus, but you really don't need to. It packs a lot of pigment. I like that it has a little bit of a sheen, so you're going to kind of get a highlighter and blush in one. Most of the blushes that I have do have a sheen to them already, but I don't really like a glittery blush. I like something that just gives a little bit of a sheen so that when the light hits your face, you have that highlight. Okay, so the next blush, I'm not quite going to call it a dupe for MAC, but it's very similar to the Warm Soul. It's by Milani and it's Luminoso. It is a bit more peachy than the Warm Soul, so the Warm Soul is quite a bit more bronzy. This is more peachy and light, but it too also has that really pretty subtle sheen to it, so you do also get that highlighted effect as well. Since it is a lighter blush, you're going to get more of a highlight and less color. I do have Warm Soul on today. I should have told you that, but you can kind of see the level of payoff. I have it mixed with one of the other blushes, but I wanted to show you in comparison to the two. So this is the Luminoso, this is a drugstore blush, and then this is the MAC Warm Soul, but they are both beautiful peachy apricot blushes for summer. Okay, the next blush is by MAC, and this is an oldie but a goodie, and I hope that they still make this blush. I didn't check on the website before I started filming this, but it's one of my favorites. It's called Cantaloupe by MAC. This launched when I was working for MAC, so a very long time ago, but this is a matte blush, so this doesn't have any shimmer to it or any sheen, which for summer I do like a little bit of a sheen, so you can just pop your favorite highlighter on top of this to give you that, but you can see that it's a really nice matte peachy blush. It has a lot of pigment payoff to it. You can see when I swatch it on my hand how much pigment it really has for a blush. That's quite a bit. Okay, the next blush is kind of steering off of the peachy tone and going more into a pink tone. This is the blush Ambient. It's called Ambient Lighting Blush, and the shade is Incandescent Light, and it's by Hourglass. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. You can tell that it's pink, but it has some veining in there of a highlight. This blush doesn't pack a whole lot of color, but it does more than you think. When I first bought this, I didn't expect it to do much because as you can see, there's not a whole lot of pink and there's more of a highlight, but it does apply a really pretty light sheen. Usually I'll use this when I want to go heavier on the bronzer and I just want to kind of lighten up the cheekbones a little bit. It works as a great highlighter with some color. So this is good for the days that you don't really want a lot of color on your cheeks, but you just want your cheeks to light up and glow. This is what I always go for. It's beautiful. Actually, all the Hourglass blushes are really, really nice. I've tested them and swatched them in store. This is the only one that I own, but I can say that the whole Hourglass line of products and bronzers, blush, and highlighters are just top notch. They're really, really great line of products. Okay, the next blush is another one that I have layered on today. I layered this on top of the Warm Soul by MAC, and this is by Kat Von D. This is the shade Bellissima, and this has quite a bit more color. You can tell that it's a lot more peachy than the others that we've looked at. It does have a little bit of a sheen. The sheen on this is a little more subtle, but it's there. So you still get that little bit of a highlighted effect with this blush. This is beautiful. This is definitely more pinky, but obviously it has a lot of peach too. So this is more what I would call a pinky peach blush, where the other ones are more on the peach side. Okay, I've got two more blushes for you. One's a matte, one's a shimmer. We're going to start with the old school. This is a blush I've probably owned longer than I have had any of these. You can tell because I have created quite a little dent here. This is by MAC and it's called Peaches, and it's just one of their staple shades. I feel like everybody needs this in a kit. I feel like it looks great on all skin tones. Even if you're very fair, it's a sheer tone blush, so it doesn't apply a lot of color initially, but you can build it. So even if you're fair or dark skin, I've seen this applied on very dark skin and it's absolutely beautiful. But it's a matte blush. There's no shimmer to this. And this is just a good old peach shade. There really is no pink in this. This is kind of as bright as you get, but because it is a sheer tone, it's not too much. I mean, it's kind of what I like to call dummy-proof blush, for lack of a better word. It's really hard to mess it up, you know, unless you really go in there and dig with a dense brush. You're not going to apply you're not going to apply too much initially. You're going to really have to build it to get the color that you want, or I shouldn't say the color you want. You're going to have to build it to get too much color. So it's actually perfect, and it also blends out really easily. So if you feel like you have too much on, you just kind of blend with your brush and it just kind of erases it almost. It's really dummy proof blush is how I would sell this when I worked for MAC forever ago. That's how I used to sell this blush, is that the sheer tone line is blush dummy proof, or I could say blush for dummies, but I think that sounds bad, but you get the play on words there. The last blush is by Milani as well. It is in the shade Bella Bellini. So this is similar to Luminoso, but a lot more pink, a lot more color in this blush than Luminoso, much more pigment, darker, brighter. This is like taking Luminoso and adding almost like a bright pink to it, but when it goes on the skin, there's so much gold shimmer to it that it kind of tones down that pinkiness. So it's really pretty. I imagine this like perfect for beach vacation, beautiful with a tan. If you have a dark, rich golden tan, this is just going to look so beautiful on the skin. If you're fair skin, you want to watch out not apply too much because this could look too bright on the skin, but I think it's an absolute beautiful, beautiful drugstore blush. Well, that wraps up my favorite blushes for summer. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. What are your favorite blushes? Give me ideas for my next video. This was actually a suggestion for a subscriber, so I do take in all your input and consider it for future videos. I'm actually planning my next video to be actually the suggestion of a subscriber. It is skin tools. So I was looking at my vanity, I have quite a bit of skin improvement tools, like something to microdermabrasion, something for rolling, like a roller for your skin, something to cleanse your skin. So I want to talk about all those different tools that I have, what they're used for, what the benefits are. So I think that could be really informative. So you look out for that on my channel in the next week or two, maybe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.